Hey, what is up everyone? Danny and Alex. In this video, let's talk about how you can set up low kicks or should be setting up your low kicks for mixed martial arts as well as in Muay Thai. All right, so in previous videos, I showed you guys how to do a proper stance. I showed also how to do that low kick and whatnot. But the thing is, the most common mistake is when people just blindly throw the low kick nonstop, right? Let's say, for example, the right low kick. They throw it once, then twice, 3 times, and eventually a person's gonna, know and read what I'm going to do, and he's gonna start checking correctly, and that's when I get injured launching those kicks, okay? So I know that my low kick is gonna be done at a certain distance. But eventually, if I just throw it and go crazy with the same technique all the time, he's going to read that and eventually either move out of the way, make me miss and counter, or he's going to check it correctly, which I'm going to injure my own shin. So we want to learn to set it up. And setting up is just, like I said in the punching video, when you punch someone, don't just jab. Punch him hard for real. When I punch you in the face, your mind is going to be here, right? You're going to react. So you're going to either block, you're going to move your head, you're going to try to parry, or sometimes people will just flinch and freeze, and that's when you're going to be able to land that low kick. So throw something. Go from high to medium, back to low, back to high, and vice versa, and play with that, right? So today I'm just going to show you a few examples that I like to do. I like the basic stuff. I don't like the flashy techniques with the spinnings and all those setups. I like the stuff that's simple, easy to do, easy to remember, especially when you're going to get tired in a real fight. You're going to be a little bit nervous. In the heat of the moment, you don't have time to think. You have to just react. And the stuff that you're going to do naturally and you're going to react quickly is the basic stuff, right? So the basic stuff is the stuff that's going to be the most fundamental for you in your repertoire of techniques. Okay, so the first one is I'm going to use the left punch, right? The left jab. So as I throw my punch here, my opponent has to react or it's going to land. So that's why I said earlier, throw it hard. Don't just jab for jabbing's sake, right? I don't want to cause that reaction. I want to punch him for real. So if he sees that punch, like if I just tip-tap him like a little sloppy jab, nobody's going to really react to that, right? So I'm just going to take it on the forehead. But if I punch him for real, he's going to have to react. He's going to get knocked out for real. So when I throw the straight left, he's going to double arm block here. Boom. Now, even if he blocks it, his mind is occupied on that punch. He doesn't know if I'm going to double up, throw a hook, throw a cross, right after. So once he's there, his mind is here. And that's when this one is going to land to the leg. It's very hard for your brain to block up and then also remind yourself you have to block low. You don't know that's coming in reality, right? So this is the first setup that I like to do. We're going to be moving around here and then wham, and boom, throw it here. Alex goes one and boom, I have to block and then chop the leg, right? Very basic, very easy, but very efficient. Straight left into a chopping low kick. Now, the second thing I want to talk about in conjunction with this previous technique is don't just do the same thing. Like you don't just want to blindly kick the leg all the time to telegraph. You don't just also want to just use the same combo such as a jab into a low kick. So mix it up. So another one of my favorites is the jab cross hook. So I'm going to be here, jab cross hook, and then I'll turn into the chopping leg kick, right? So we're here, we're fighting, and then wham, 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 and then boom, that kick's going to come in. Alex does the same thing, right? Keeps me occupied upstairs and then chops the leg. One more time, he's here, pop, 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 and maybe the first punch is going to get covered or blocked, but the second and third might land, or maybe all three are going to get covered, but then I'm getting occupied. My mind is upstairs, and then that's when you chop the leg. Once again, the purpose of this video, the tutorial, is you want to find ways to set up your low kick, all right? So these are good ways. Sometimes you're just going to reload. So maybe I punch here. I punch straight, and then I'll reload thinking I know my opponent after the right cross, he thinks I'm going to reset to throw maybe a left. So as I pull my right hand back, then I reload to chop the leg once again on the same side. And this is a very effective technique, very simple but very efficient, right? As he throws the cross, boom, and then he goes boom, right? People usually don't expect that you're going to reload the technique from the same side, right? It's always right to left, left to right. So this one is a very effective one. So now when you start to mix it up, play around. When you practice and you drill your techniques, throw that kick, move around a little bit, boom, and then throw it again. Maybe boom, and then reload here, and then boom, 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 maybe with an uppercut, boom, 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 body shot here. And you start to mix your techniques up where you're going to confuse your opponent in a real fight. And they never know when the low kick's going to follow through. right? Maybe it's after that left, maybe it's after a right, maybe it's going to be after the kick in itself. You're going to reload on the same side, or maybe after a 3-punch combo, and then your kick's going to land. All right, so on the next setup, I want to talk about using the low kick in itself to set up maybe another low kick or some strikes, okay? But let's turn in this direction, Alex. When I open up, I don't like to open up with a back low kick, right? The back leg from here. Because this is very long. Sometimes I can catch him, but it's a very long kick. Sometimes I'll do this, you know, right at the beginning of the fight. He's not expecting it. But eventually he's going to read and telegraph what I'm going to do. So if I'm going to open up a combo, right, I'm not going to use the back leg low kick. I'm going to throw this and come back. It's too long before I can reload something up, right? So I'm going to open up with the lead leg instead. This is more efficient. So as I'm here, I'm going to step it in and kick the inside of the leg. What this does is it chops his knee, buckles his leg, or sometimes even pushes his leg out of the proper stance, and then it opens up for a proper shot. So this is what I mean. Sometimes we step it in, and the kick will actually unbalance him here, and then he'll be able to eat that right cross of mine, right? So what you do is you just move it in. I move it in, say maybe one here, and then we're moving around, wah, and then boom, again. Now he knows I'm going to kick here, but he thinks that's all I'm going to do. So as I kick him here, boom, pa-pam, maybe the punches will follow through. Sometimes you can use the leg kick. As I kick here, he's not expecting this on the opposite side. You know, you kick on the inside, overhand body shot. You know, kick on the inside, underneath, back to your hook. Multiple ways of setting things up. But like I said, drill the ones, actually drill many of them, and then start to perfect the ones that feel really comfortable for yourself. And these openings are going to create you a lot of points, a lot of scores in your next sparring session. Wham, 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 wham. Wham, wham, wham. Wham, wham, wham. Wham, wham, wham. Wham, wham. So there you have it, guys. Basic but very effective methods to set up your low kicks as well as your punches using those low kicks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't so already for more videos just like this one. Until next time.
See you guys in the next Muay Thai video.
Take care. Boom.